Alright, so, I'm going to do not one, but two fanfiction reviews, since I haven't done any in a while. And the first one is a Doctor Who Mass Effect crossover. And this is really cool. This is a really cool fanfiction written by a guy who I think the name is Nerdyite. Hope I'm saying that name right. And he's done 3 fanfiction stories, 2 that I've read, 2 that I have one that I have yet to read, and all of them are Doctor Who Mass Effect crossovers. This one was the first one he wrote, called The Cybermen on Menae. So you obviously know who's going to be the villain in here. This takes place right after A Good Man Goes to War and right after the events of Mass Effect 3, the Female Shepard campaign. I know it's the same campaign, but I just want to establish which Shepard gender we're talking about, because that plays a little part in here. Now, the Cybermen of Menae, I'm hoping I'm saying that name right, because I've just started playing the Mass Effect games. I just finished Mass Effect 1, and I'm going through Mass Effect 2 right now. So, and also I'm working, and I haven't yet to play Mass Effect 3, but I already know what goes on in there. So, again, I'm hoping I'm not saying any names wrong. Well, the title of the planet, or excuse me, moon. So it starts off with the Doctor looking for somewhere to go. He's all by himself. This is right. He's taking a break from looking for Baby River Song. If you know the story of the events of Good Man Goes to War, this takes place during that 3-month break where the Doctor was alone and away from Amy and Rory. So he ends up, the TARDIS accidentally takes him into another universe. Now, I don't mind the whole parallel universe thing, but I think you could have worked the Mass Effect thing as a possible future the Doctor could have gone to, but hey, it's cool. In here also we have Garrus, who's a little despondent about Shepard, who this pursued the Shepard-Garrus relationship, and Shepard is dead, supposedly dead. He believes that he's still alive, and the Council isn't telling him everything, and he's going to look into a Turian base, with a group of Turian soldiers to investigate a disappearance. This base called Base 1221. I think I'm getting the number right. The base has gone dark, and Garrus has been sent to go to investigate with a squad, like I said. In here also we have the Doctor ending up on the same. He's ended up in the universe, and he ends up discovering. Garrus accidentally finds him, and when it's funny when Garrus and his soldiers see the Doctor's all like, "Yeah, I'm a human. I'm a human ambassador. Totally cool. What's the situation?" And of course, Garrus doesn't believe him from the get-go, but he lets him tag along because he thinks the Doctor could be some help. And of course, like I said, you already know who's the villain in here: the Cybermen. Who have a small group of them have found their way into the Mass Effect universe. And these Cybermen do something a little interesting. They're converting the Turians and making Cyber-Turians. Now, this was kind of weird when I first read it. I was like, the Cybermen don't usually do that. Whatever race human or not, they usually just turn them into Cybermen and make them all look the same. But these new they're like they're Turians that are they're like, take a Cyberman design and make it Turian. That's what I'm trying to get at. But these Cybermen are basically have said that they're trying to, since they've come into a new universe, the Cybermen believe they can learn something from, converting people into other races into Cybermen. They're trying to upgrade and try to take these new races from this other universe and add it to their own and see if they can upgrade to help them, further their goals. And I thought that was pretty cool when it was explained. I thought, okay, the Cybermen are trying to update themselves. That makes a lot of sense. And it's also kind of cool. There's some cool little things here and there of Garrus and the Doctor. They play off each other very well. Garrus is a little despondent, but Shepard's gone, and now he's fighting an enemy that he doesn't know, and fighting alongside a guy that he doesn't really trust. In here also, we have there's also some fun little moments. Like, there's one moment that made me laugh when Garrus mentions Solarians, and the Doctor says, "Did you just say Silurians?" And he's like, no, Solarians. He's like, oh. It was funny because it's funny too because I always get those names, Solarians and Silurians, mixed up when I'm talking about them, because it's hard to pronounce those two names together when you're trying to differentiate them, because the Solarians and Silurian names always sound very close together, so I'm glad someone other than me noticed that, and I thought it was pretty cool, and the characterization of both Garrus and the Doctor and all the other characters in here is really good. I really enjoyed that. I thought the author got the characters down instantly. That's what I felt like. I could actually see this actually was a good representation of the Doctor and Garrus just talking to one another. And after when all is said and done, when the Cybermen are defeated, yeah, spoiler. This is a one-shot. Not a very long one-shot either. It's just like a fun little romp one-shot story. Also, when this is done, the Doctor does something nice for Garrus, and I thought, oh, that was actually a really cool scene. That was a really sweet scene of the Doctor. I don't want to spoil that. It's a really sweet scene, and I don't want to spoil it. It's the end of the story, but I actually went, aw. Because I thought that'd be something the Doctor would do for Garrus at the end of the story, after this whole Cybermen ordeal. But all in all, if you're a Whovian and a fan of Mass Effect, I'd say give this a shot. If you haven't read, if you haven't watched a lot of Doctor Who, it gives you a little up-to-date speed, as well as if you're not a big Mass Effect fan, this gives you a little up-to-date. Garrus explains what this new Mass Effect universe is like. And it's also funny too when Garrus is telling him, about what happened to the Reapers and all of them. He tells him, yeah, the universe is pretty much at peace, and the Doctor's like, oh, a whole galaxy at peace. I love this universe. So I thought that was pretty cool. The other two stories that this person has written, I've read the other one. There's a chapter story he's writing as well, or she. But this other one called the Doctor and the Geth. Now this one also, it's a pseudo sequel to this story, the Cybermen of Menae. Again, I hope I'm saying that name right. But this one, however, this one involves the Doctor teaming up with Tally in order to facilitate a peaceful coexistence with the Quarians and the Geth on Rannoch. And yes, I know that's kind of what the thing they're doing, but they're actually rogue Geth they're technically called heretics, trying to, still cause chaos between the Quarians and the Geth. So the Doctor is trying to facilitate peace. I haven't read that one all the way through, but I have read most of it. I'm going to finish it, and I'll possibly do a review on it. So, anywho. But yeah, I definitely really suggest checking out this story. It's really good. The Cybermen play an interesting threat. They get taken out a little quick, in my opinion. They get taken out really quick, but it's the characterization between the Doctor and Garrus that I really enjoyed the most. So, if I were to rank this, I'd give it a solid 4 out of 5. That's my thought. But anywho, guys, if you're really interested in reading this story, I'm going to leave a link below for those who want to read it. Again, it's not very long, but I thought it was really good, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And yeah, that's my first fanfiction review. On to the second one.